Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amin Morozi. So today I'm gonna present about the performance appraisal form for HRM 544 for our group. So my section, I must cover it in the topic for the section 1, which is the assignment of result, what the individual achieve 80%. So the total score that the individual must achieve is more than 80% for get the 100% score for like this one. Okay, so they are for this section we are divided for several categories. So there are 5 categories, which is the first one is the timekeeping and the punctuality. So the goal is for the individual must informing toward the superior if coming late or having an emergency. So the total target that the individual must achieve is not more than 3 without coming late to work without informing. So the total week score is 20. So the second one is the emergency leave and the non-pay leave, not more than 6 days per year. Sorry. So the emergency leave and non-pay leave are not more than 6 days per year. So the individual might achieve that. So the third one is the performance. So the performance are to able to reach the sales target monthly, 80% from the target. Okay, so the target sales are set by the company itself. Okay, the fourth one is the training and the course attended. So the course must be attended more than 3 that are set up by the company. And the last one is the feedback. The feedback and client and complaint from the client must be below than 30% based on the attitude. Okay, so the total score that for this one is each or for the categories is 20%. So the total one is 100%. So the weighted score is 95%. So the passing score is not more than 70% below. So if the individual have achieved the target more than 70%, so it's most likely that they got a paid raise for that year. Okay, so that's all from me for my section. So I pass to another friend for the another section. Thank you.
So for section 2 is about assessment of behavioral, which is a crucial pre-employment assessment test used to gain insights on the candidate's behavior. This is done to measure the traits and behaviors of the job applicant. The assessment also gives a sneak peek at various parameters like skills, competency, emotions, and overt behaviors. As a part of applicant testing, behavioral assessment is done to portray the mindset of the person under study, to depict what he does and why he does it. Mainly, behavioral assessment is conducted through functional analysis. Anomalies related to a candidate's personality like hyperactivity, aggression, low attention span, peer relationship problems are all evaluated through behavioral assessments. The advantages for this assessment is the behavioral assessments help us to learn the approach of an individual to do their work and to achieve their objectives. Therefore, organizations make the use of behavioral assessment tools to assess the behavior of their employees or potential candidates. Behavioral assessment methods, along with other assessment methods, can be used to choose the right candidate for the organization. To conclude, we can say that behavioral assessment tools not only make the hiring process easy and efficient, but also improve the quality of work performance in the organization. Moreover, by assessing an individual's behavior, he can be provided with the right opportunities that will help the employees grow. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Section 3 Individual Development Goal refer to the most recent IDP when setting this goal. For individual, increase revenue 25% by year over year or increase customer retention by 10% by year. For example, 2022 increase 10% and 2023 increase 10%. Okay, part of a manager only, people grow. The objective of sales manager is to meet the company revenue target through the activities of their sales representative. In other words, they leverage the power of their live reporting, drive sales force productivity, and extract the best performance for each individual. Example, the manager will check to meet the requirement or meet the target in KPI if the staff does not perform in the task, and if not reached, will write below target or low result.
Okay, here we come to section 4, which is appraisal command. Okay, based on the other section above section, we as an appraiser, he need to give a comment about good things. For example, like Muhammad Zakri is exceed the expectation in term of his work, dedication and responsibility. As you can see, he punctual with his time working. He are really good at handling his work and responsibility. But in terms of communication, the client, there is still room for him to improve. Why I say this? Because as you can see on the section 1, there's for the client complaint, he scored not 20 but 70. There's like a difference of 3 point from the full mark. And if you can compare, he scored at most all the goals and punctuality, time, all that score he scored at a really good time. But in the complaint client, he scored only 70. So that's why we at the appraisal comment, he need to comment the good thing and the bad thing without the bias, without regarding anything that he doesn't need to include his personal his personal preference. So he also say he can, for example, you can see, I believe he can motivate his subordinate. So in this section, appraiser need to say that he suggests good thing, and he also pointing that there's a certain part he needs to improve. And he by saying I believe he can motivate his subordinate, is mean he mean is the say that we give a raise, for example, become a senior exec, for example, like that. So that's conclude for my part. And I think appraisal comment should be honest to others. We only calculate the part of the appraisal comment is need to be as accurate as the calculation. It's not just involve feeling, but also need to align with the calculation that have been made. Okay, thank you.
Today, I want to discuss about what is the performance summary or performance review to be completed by the appraiser. Okay, self-evaluation, also called as self-performance review, are an appraisal of a person's own strength and weakness. When people complete self-evaluation, they usually ask to identify achievement they're proud of, instance when they met or exceed their goals, example on how they expanded their skill set, and areas where they may need to advance their skills further. Generally, this assessment covers a specific performance review period, such as a quarter of a year. A self-evaluation has a multiple advantage for both employees and employers. It allows employees to demonstrate their accomplishment. Second, it helps managers stay informed about their employees' strengths and achievements. Third, it motivates employees to take ownership of their strengths and weaknesses. And number four, it helps to quantify the value of an employee offer. For the tips for elective evaluation, there are 6 things we can ask the employee to keep in mind as they reflect on their performance. First, be specific. Second, set aside plenty of time. Third, review the job description. Number 4, Make connection to organizational goals. Number 5. Use the STAR method. Number 6. Define the next step. Alright, that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, very good day. Today I want to present about the performance appraisal form for section 6, the recommendation for promotion by head of department. The position of we evaluate is a position of sales executive, and the evaluation is being done by the head of department. The position of sales executive is a grade 9 in this company, and there is 3 main indicator. First is responsibility and the performance achievement, additional assignment and project, and a skill and behavior. So when we look at that, the responsibility and performance achievement is been achieved by 96%. In rating scale is excellent. So the additional assignment and project, the candidate is meet the requirement been asked. So what the about the skill and behavior, we will conduct from the teamwork, how the good communication, decision making, and the result orientation, and also other point. So we look at the signature here. This is the last part of the performance appraisal form. So the head of department is agree to give this candidate a promotion. So after the acknowledgement, so the individual and also the supervisor or manager will sign this performance appraisal form, and the recommendation letter will be bring out. So that's all from me. Thank you.